I was born black, but I didn't live black. I was trying to live the way that everybody else was living. But there was segregation at that time. There was discrimination. This country was a mess.
He organized the famed Cleveland Summit here in 1967, which in Jim's wisdom expanded to how do we empower economic advancement and economic development opportunities amongst people from all backgrounds and all races.
For me, that picture signifies the increasing willingness of Black Americans to come out of their comfort zone and confront the powers that be on issues that were important to us.
The change that he represented, I think he's one of the most important cultural figures in American history, plain and simple.
One of the gentlemen who was there for some of that change and continued to be a part of it after is John Wooten, who served as the chair of the Fritz Pollard Alliance, so important in getting more blacks, more minorities involved in the National Football League's coaching ranks. He was a championship executive. A couple of times he was an executive on a Super Bowl winning team, but was also a teammate of Jim Brown's from 1959 to 1967, and part of that much talked about 1964 Browns championship team. For some reflections on Jim and the catalyst for change, please welcome our second to last speaker here this afternoon, John Wooten.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I tell you, bad enough to have to come behind Ray Lewis and Bob Arum, and now I gotta come behind Johnny Gill. Well, I thought somebody said life is fair. I was thrilled, honored, and what a privilege when Monique called and asked if I would speak here today. Jim Brown, you've seen the TV and your memories and so forth. You know all about how he was a great athlete, great football player that he was. I want to talk to you about what you've heard over and over tonight, the great person that he was, the great vision that he had. He said to me, Woot, we're not going to march. We're not going to be on the sit-ins. But we got to get in the fight. And the fight is an economic and education thing. The human dignity is what all of this is about. Respect everyone is what we have to have. And so I say to the athletes all over this country, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, everywhere. Take it upon yourself to be involved in your community. To the NFL players, there's an office in every NFL team called the Player Engagement Office. Take it upon yourself to go and tell that engagement officer, I want to be involved. I want to volunteer. I want to give of myself to make my community a better place to live. Human dignity, respect of everyone. If you agree with what I'm saying to you this afternoon, let's stand right now with hands raised and say, Jim, we're going to follow what you set out, what you showed us to do. We're going to stand for human dignity. Repeat, for human dignity. Respect everybody. Human dignity. Respect everybody. Thank you. There's one other thing that I want to do here before we leave the podium, and that is to say, Ray Lewis, stand up, my friend. In front of the entire world that we're talking to this afternoon, this is the man that Jim chose to be the next leader of the athletes. He told me that, he told you that. He told you that because I know that he told you that because he told me, Wooten, this is our guy. And this afternoon, we're saying, Ray, John Wooten is, as you see, he's cane, everything. It's time for him to go home. Look out the window. Commissioner Roger Goodell, this is the new leader that we want. One last thing, all players who played with Jim from 57 to 65, if you're in the audience, will you stand, please, so that we recognize you? All players. Okay. It's been a great afternoon, just outstanding. And we want to say lastly, know and understand, this is a great country. I'm standing here today before you, knowing how great this country's been to us. And all I'm saying to you is this: continue to believe in human dignity for everyone, and respect everybody. This is a great country. We've had a great evening. And I remember the story of Rock Johnson because Jim told me exactly what you said here today. He told me about the incident of you and so forth. That's the kind of situation that we had. Bob Arum, what he told you here is all about the Negro Industrial Economic Union, the BEU, the America I Can. All of this is coming out of Jim's mind because we cannot afford to stand on the sidelines. Be involved in your community. This is a great country. There's no country better than this country. But we must do what we must do, and that is human dignity and respect each other. Thank you, Monique, again, for allowing me to come and say thank you, thank you.